Coach, pretty successful day here for Team USA in France. Talk about the emotions going through you right now.
Well, I'm just really happy for Spencer that he's won his third world title. So he won a cadet, clearly world title, now 2 junior world titles. And I think for him, he's clearly had the propensity to take people down and tech them really fast. So in the whole grand scheme of things, I think for his ultimate journey in wrestling, having to come from behind against a real scrappy competitor like that and just kind of show his true grit to end up winning there towards the end, I think is really good for his confidence moving forward. Because if you never get in those like gritty, fiery situations, it's hard to know how you're going to react. So I think that was really good for him. And I think for Mark Hall, I've had just a really tight relationship with him for many years. He spent, I think, the last 5 years with the South Olympic Training Center every summer. I'm so thankful his dad kind of trusted us with him. And so to see him win this junior world title tonight after walking away last year with some pain, without a medal, to see him just dominate in the finals is priceless.
Talk about the 4-point throw that Spencer gave up. Most 9 out of 10 wrestlers would probably lose that match. He dug deep. He really came back strong. What was going through your mind when you said, hey, you got to score some takedowns because he wasn't getting any leg races? Was it just, hey, keep your hands free?
Well, I think for him, it's to keep your right hand free because he attacked single leg with his right hand. So you heard me yelling. I was always yelling, like, drop your right hand, make sure your right hand was free. Get to your single leg. Just go get one takedown at a time. Let's just chop away at this thing. And so fortunately, he listened. And I'm pretty sure that when you interviewed me a long time ago about Spencer, I talked about that he takes down and he takes people down Texas pretty fast, but my role was to hopefully get him prepared that if he got in a situation where he didn't tech him in 45 seconds, what's he going to do in the second period? How's he going to be able to handle that and come back and still win that match? And so that was kind of I don't say it to pat myself on the back, but that was kind of prophetic, right? Of that conversation we had back then, because that just went down.
Because you only wrestled 3 minutes and 20 seconds prior to the finals. And like you said, preparing for that chance to come back, because, and you can see, how emotional were you after that? Because, you just saw it on Spencer's face. Like, he just earned it.
Well, I knew that was so hard for him. I knew that I could see him kind of dumbfounded a little bit at first. Like, okay, man, I'm going to have to wrestle now. Like, what's this going to be like? And I think that's what's important to get an athlete zoned into. Don't think so big, macro, let's think micro. One takedown. One takedown to one turn. And I think that as he started thinking micro instead of macro, he didn't get overwhelmed, and then he saw that lead close, and then he saw that it was in his grasp. All he needed was that one takedown to win, and then the guy started making some dumb decisions, and clearly Spencer got the job done, which that's what true champion, winners know how to win. Whether they take somebody down and tech them in 30 seconds, or whether they have to come from 6-0 to win towards the end. Winners know how to win.
What's this do overall for USA Wrestling? Very successful day, 2 junior world champions, pretty successful day. Even, Seth Roast was able to come back and have a chance to wrestle. What's it do for USA Wrestling?
Well, hopefully it gives our guys momentum going in tomorrow, and I believe that it will. And for the guys stepping on the mat, they're the day 2 group of the day 1 who just won 2 gold medals. So these guys they say, man, my teammates did this yesterday. They proved they can get on the top of the podium. They hang out with those guys. They've known them for many, many years. I think that's going to give them confidence, momentum going into day 2. And so I don't know what the team score is right now. But again, like I told the guys, we're not going to talk about the team score for 5 hours. We're going to go out there and focus on one match at a time. Great warm-up in the morning, great first match, and focus on giving a full effort for the whole 6 minutes. And if we do that, then
we'll be happy.
The team awards and individual goals, that type of stuff, it's going to take care of itself. But that's not the focus. Full effort is the focus.
Thanks, Coach.
For Mark, his development, his progress overall, that leg lace, is that something you've been working on with him? I feel like it is a long time, right?
Well, what's so interesting I told Mark is that we've been working on that leg lace, that takedown to lace for so long, and he hasn't. He's become so close to getting it, Like, he almost got it twice when he wrestled that same guy to beat the streets, right, in New York City, but he didn't get it. So just for him staying committed to that, and knowing that, man, eventually I'll get this, eventually I'll get it, and to come out in the World Championship Finals and take the guy down, and I was yelling at him like, thread it, and once he got it threaded, then it was, I could tell it was going to be over.
So the U.S. hasn't had 2 world champions at the juniors since 1998.
Okay.
So it's been a while.
All right.
What do you speak to the progress or to the success now? Why these guys? Why now?
Well, I would say, I didn't even know that stat, so that's a cool stat to hear. That's been 18 years since we've had that. But I think the way I answer that when people say, well, how come our development program has gotten so much better in the last few years, I always let them know it's definitely a team effort from all of our coaches, pouring into these young men. It's not just one coach, it's a team effort pouring into them. But I think the sweet sauce, I think the key is getting our young guys, the 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds, wrestling with our national team members, our Olympic team members, our 23, 24, 25-year-olds. And so the more that you can put, for example, a Mark Hall when he's 15 with the world champion Jordan Burroughs, the faster he's going to develop. Right, the more that, for example, this year you can put a Spencer Lee as an Olympic training partner with Daniel Dennis for 3 weeks in Rio, the more that you can do that, then I think the more success we're going to have on the development level. And I hope people are going, aha, this is really what works. So I hope people are learning that. And for me, as I move on in my career to the Pennsylvania Regional Training Center, I hope that, and respectfully hope that USA Wrestling continues to see that, and I hope they continue to learn from that.
You've said a lot about, what does this mean for USA Wrestling, but for these two guys, what does a junior world title do for them? And Spencer coming back, it's his third world title mark, it's his second world title. So picking up these world titles, what does that do for a kid?
I think it gives them confidence in their future. It lets them know that if I can win a cadet world title and a junior world title, then I can win a senior world title and an Olympic gold medal. And I think if you study the individuals that win senior worlds and senior Olympic gold medals, you look back and most all of them had success on the junior level. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a recipe for success. And so when these young men look at that and go, hey, I'm on the right path, right? It's not gonna, nobody's gonna give me an Olympic gold medal or a senior world medal, but I think it allows them to know they're on the right path. They're on the correct journey to them accomplishing the overall kind of huge dreams in wrestling down the road.
That's all I got for